It's an emergency bonus episode of Daily Comedy News. If you think you hear birds and cicadas, you do. I had to go outside to record because my family is hogging the room where my studio is, and this cannot wait. Jim Gaffigan went to town on Twitter last night. As I record this at about 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday, it appears these are real tweets and that Jim's account was not hacked. We'll see how the narrative goes as the day goes on. But from Jim Gaffigan's Twitter account, I'm sourcing a lot of this from a Gizmodo article this morning. Jim sent out a number of angry tweets last night during Trump's RNC speech at the White House, pointing out that the president's lies and devastations of pandemic that has needlessly killed over 180,000 Americans. Some of the tweets, Jim wrote, "Look, Trumpers, I get it. As a kid, I was a Cubs fan, and I know you stick by your team no matter what, but he's a traitor and a con man who doesn't care about you. Deep down, you know it. I'm sure you enjoy pissing people off, but you know Trump is a liar and a criminal." Gaffigan started to get some tweets that suggested that he stick to comedy, and he said, "Excuse me while I treat myself to confronting some asshole trolls." In one tweet, Jim is said to have written, "Hey, fuck you, Chad. In case you didn't notice, 180,000 people have died and the country's being run by a con man who's trying to convince half the country that the suburbs are about to be set on fire," parentheses, a lie. Another tweet, "You know, Trump just creates enemies. You know you can't trust him. You know he's been incompetent during the crisis. You know all those people didn't need to die. Trump talks about the space program and you can't safely go to a movie. Wake up." Gaffigan also wrote per Gizmodo, "Trump is not a Republican or even a Christian." Gizmodo adds something that's clearly debatable. Well, Trump is clearly not a man of faith. He's weaponized support from the U.S. evangelical community. Gaffigan tweeted, "Wake the fuck up. Trump is not pro-life and obviously not Christian or a decent person. Everyone in the Republican Party is just frightened of him." Gaffigan also took on Lou Holtz. You know Lou, the former football coach at Notre Dame, which is a Catholic-affiliated university. Holtz appeared at the RNC on Wednesday and accused Joe Biden of being a Catholic, quote, in name only. Gaffigan's tweet, "Fuck Lou Holtz. Biden is Catholic in name only? Compared to who? How many abortions did Trump pay for? How many women has he raped? How many times did he bullshit he did in Ukraine? Wake up. He's a crook and a con man." Another tweet. Now I'm sourcing Newsweek. "I know you hate snobs and elites. I get it, but look at Ivana and that D **** bag Jared, J-E-R-O-D. Think they are on your side? Do you think they've ever done a real day's work in their lives? Wake up. You know he lies constantly, yet you don't care. What, because he insults people that make you and me feel dumb?" And referencing former President Barack Obama, Gaffigan is said to have tweeted, "Please don't buy that socialist C *** either. Obviously, Obama wasn't a socialist. This is all lies to scare you, and you know it. Biden is not radical. Are you serious? Remember, everything Trump accuses the Democrats of, he's guilty of. Don't let the socialist name-calling distract you from the fact that he's a fascist who has no belief in law." In a tweet apparently stamped at 12:40 a.m. this morning, "Trump derangement syndrome is part of the con. Wake up. You know Fox News is biased and full of loons. It's how they gaslight and silence criticism. Do you think any of those congressional Republicans really believe in Trump, or do they fear him, don't want to end up like Flake?" Timestamp 1:09 a.m. Heading to bed, but remember, if you want to sound crazy, please tell me about the deep state. To sound stupid, please be against cancel culture, but then accuse anyone with an opinion of virtue signaling. Trump derangement syndrome is meant to distract from the con of Don. Quick break, and then I'll see what he's got on his Twitter this morning. It is 10:42 a.m. in the East. I am on Jim Gaffigan's Twitter timeline. The pinned tweet is from July 23rd, promoting Drake's story. 42 minutes ago, Jim's account tweeted, "Do you miss going to stores? Neither do I. Click here to my best store jokes," and he's got a link there. 9 hours ago, heading to bed, but remember tweet is still there. 9 hours ago, Trump literally ran Paul Ryan out of politics. Why? Paul Ryan knew Trump was poison. So does Romney. Trump is not a conservative or even a Republican. You know that. You know Barr is dirty. You know if Trump gets reelected, it's over. How many books have to be written? 10 hours ago, Trump derangement syndrome tweet still there. The tweets are still there. Wow. And I see a tweet from Ted Alexandro, who tweeted 2 minutes ago, "I take no responsibility for Jim Gaffigan's tweets last night." All right, we will keep an eye on this one. That is your breaking comedy news. Subscribe on Apple or Google. And looks like I can't pre-record Saturday too early. See you tomorrow with more. And Jim is scheduled to play Citizens Bank Park on Saturday night. That was going to be my lead story for the Saturday Comedy News, but I think I got to wait a couple hours before I record that one. Let's see how this plays out.